All right, welcome back to Eyes Open Media. Hope you guys are doing well. It's October 2nd, 2017. We do got people working behind the scenes, so if you hear some machines going off, that's what they're doing. I got to get this out because as you guys can see here, the IMF just said that stay tuned, tune in at 3:30 p.m. EST time with Christine Lagarde, the chief of the IMF, because she will be announcing the final awards for the City T4 Challenge, okay, and also responding to some stuff for the United Nations and other things like that. So I'm going to tune in. There's a link right here. I'm going to tune in, and I'm going to make sure that I am tuned in to see if Digibyte wins an award. Okay, so we can, like somebody said here, we can finally put everything to rest with the city talk. It's going to be at 3:30 p.m. EST time, okay, which is in a couple of hours. Okay, and if Digibyte wins an award, expect the price to go up. Okay, if Digibyte doesn't win an award, expect the price to either stay the same or come down a little bit. Okay, so I'll be watching, I'll be listening, and hopefully Digibyte wins an award, a finalist award, and with some cash prizes. Okay, so we'll see if it doesn't, it doesn't, right? So it is what it is. We'll finally put all this to rest. That's basically what I'm trying to say. Okay, so make sure you guys tune in and make sure you guys are watching closely here if Digibyte wins an award or not. Also, you guys already know about the Las Vegas shooter. And it says breaking news here. It says first images of the Las Vegas shooter, Stephen Paddock, and his roommate. Okay. And it says ISIS claims the attacks and his conversion to Islam months ago, despite clear images showing him drinking alcohol. Okay, so and of course the FBI or whoever have come out and said that there's no link to him in ISIS. Okay, so ISIS wanted to take claim of it, and they said some stupid stuff out there on Twitter and all over. But they're saying that there's no coincidence between ISIS and him. Okay. And of course he's sitting over here drinking too, so okay. Okay, so it also says that the death tolls are rising. Okay, it's 58 people now that are dead. I'm pretty sure, and 500 now injured. So the death toll could go up higher and higher and higher. People are already calling this a false flag. People are already saying that there's, you know what I mean, that don't seem right. Something is not right about this. And there's not that many videos of people actually being shot, and things like that. So I'm gonna leave it up to you guys. As you guys know, I just give condolences when things first happen. I give condolences to the people and to the family members, regardless if it's true or not. I just keep it that way, and I use the time to talk about God and to bring people closer to God and back to God, because these are when tragic moments happen. You have to real people need to realize that they're living wrong, that it's a wake up call, right? So that's what I do, and then I go into the coding and decoding things later. So let everything come out, and then once everything comes out, then we will then go and decode it. Okay, so there's no need for me. I know people are waiting. Are you gonna call it a false flag or not? I don't need to do that. I don't do that type of stuff any longer. I just say condolences, regardless if it's fake or not, and then I wait, and then once we get all the information in, the team goes into coding and decoding. Okay, so that's it. So once again, prayers to everybody involved, and everybody that was running for their lives in the scene, regardless if it's true or not, right? Because people were actually running. Okay, that part was true. Doesn't matter. Doesn't mean that the other parts we don't know yet. I gotta code it. Okay, I gotta decode it. So anything. Let's continue here. Foreigners in the Kurdistan region are permitted to leave via Baghdad. Okay, so it looks like Iraq will allow foreigners in the Kurdistan region to transit through Baghdad despite not holding a Iraqi visa, as Kurdistan airspace remains closed. Okay, so that's what's going on now. People were stranded, all type. Now remember, Abadi says he's not trying to do any type of harm to the citizens, but you can clearly see there's harm being done to the citizens. Their family members can't leave, other people can't leave, foreigners can't do things. There no food is coming in and out. Like they are just. He's trying to destroy the Kherson region so they could cancel the referendum, but yet he's saying that he's not hurting the people. Okay, his intent is not to hurt the people, but you are directly hurting the people of Kherson region, and you're changing their lives just because they voted yes. Now, look, I'm gonna make a comparison between them and the and what's going on in Spain, because what's going on in Spain, as the Spain government allowed their police force to use excessive force on the people and actually beat these people to death, almost to death, and snatch the votings out of their hand. And what's that country? Catalina or something like that. I don't know how to say the name, so I'm not going to butcher the name. But there's a spot in Spain that also tried to go independent as well, and the government of the Spain, or the king of Spain, or whoever he is, released the police on these people to prevent them from voting, and they were beating these people. They were using excessive force. I saw some of the videos, and I said, how can the world allow something like this to happen in 2017? We have technology that we can see these things, and we can hold people accountable immediately. So Spain's government should be held accountable immediately, because just because a region wants to go independent from your country doesn't mean you get to use excessive force and beat people to death and all types of stuff, and then snatch the voting out of their hands. Nah, you shouldn't be allowed to do that. If people are going independent because you haven't kept your promises. Nobody wants to go independent if the country is keeping promises and sticking to the Constitution. It's when you don't stick to the Constitution and when you give broken promises, that's when people want to go independence. So that's on you. That's a stain on him. He was embarrassed, just like Abadi. Abadi was embarrassed. This guy in Spain was embarrassed, and he used military force. Abadi didn't. So kudos to Abadi for not using military force in the Kherson region. I think if Abadi did use force in the Kherson region, it would be an eye opener, because the Peshmerga forces are way advanced than the Iraqi forces. Even though Iraqi forces would still win, but the Peshmerga forces would probably annihilate three-fourths of the Iraqi forces, and then the other one-fourth would be able to defeat the Peshmergas, because there'd be too many of them. But it would be an eye opener to Abadi that Peshmerga forces are not to be played with. Because they're way more elite than the Iraqi forces. Unfortunately, it is what it is, right? Peshmerga forces were training with the Americans for a lot longer than the Iraqi forces. That's also evidence when you see when we were looking at the war against Daesh. When the Peshmerga forces came in there, they annihilated things immediately, and Iraqi forces took their time in a lot of areas. When the Peshmergas went in there, I mean, things were done in 3 days. I mean, they just annihilated things, right? So that's the difference, okay? And like I said before, we even had to, as in the American soldiers, we even had to take control of Mosul. And that's why Mosul was going so fast, because we had to come in there and we had to actually dress like the Iraqis and take over. And we even said that was going to happen. And then we saw the movement of Mosul, a rapid movement in Mosul, because the Iraqi forces are just not trained like that. Not yet. I mean, maybe they will get there one day, but it's too early. I mean, these Peshmerga forces have been training like this for a long time, and they don't come in and out. Peshmerga forces, many of them are been in there for a long time, and 3, 4, 5 years. Iraqi forces, a lot of these guys are new. A lot of these guys are new people, right? So, and they're being trained. So, you gotta train on the fly, basically. Okay, it says this is what the Parliament's agenda will include tomorrow. Okay, so let's see what Parliament agenda includes tomorrow. The law on the High Commissions, independent electoral commissions, addition to other bills. Okay, anything exciting though? The vote will be in principle on the proposed law to amend the law of the elections of the House of the Representatives. Okay, any other laws? Something about Iran there. It says vote on the draft law amending the law associations and accountants and auditors. Oh, that's a good one. So, that's a really good one. So we'll see how that goes tomorrow. And also, it says here the agenda of the Parliament also includes a vote on the draft law of the Second Amendment of the Law of the Central Bank of Iraq, issued by order number. Oh, so tomorrow's going to be an interesting day. They got the second. Oh, they have the vote on the draft of the Second Amendment of the Law of the Central Bank. And what month did I tell you guys that the IMF must announce Alak as the central bank governor? I said October, right? And okay, and what when we say it? Between the 9th and the 15th, I think it was, when they have their central bank meeting. And how is that going to happen? Well, this law right here is going to make the central bank confirm its independence to Iraq. Okay, so this central bank law is going to allow Alak to become the central bank governor, in my opinion. So as you can see here, they're about to vote on it, and when they vote on it they're going to vote on it before he goes to this meeting on the 9th to the 15th. And I believe if they get this thing voted and the central bank is an independent body, than the government of Iraq, like it was in Shabibi's time, right? Even though Maliki stepped over his grounds and no one did anything about it. And Maliki's still alive today. So this will help Alak become the governor of the central bank, in my opinion. Get the central bank independent, and then have the IMF at the meeting between the 9th and the 15th announce you as the governor of central bank, because now you're now in control of your central bank. Okay, so that's going to be important. Let's see what happens tomorrow on that. So that's pretty good. And what we want to see for the month of October, because if Alak is the central bank governor, he's going to go ahead and pull that trigger, in my opinion, or whoever replaces him will go ahead and pull that trigger. They will be excited as well to make history. Okay, so let's see here. Barzani meets Peshmerga leaders in Kirkuk. Okay, so Barzani is in Kirkuk. I'm pretty sure he has heavy security. Okay, heavy security with him, and he is in Kirkuk. And you guys know that Kirkuk wanted to go independent with the Kurdistan region. So we'll see how all this plays out. We don't know how this is going to play out, and because Baghdadi is saying that the Kurdistan region is going to go and they're going to be in war with the Turkish region. So that's not good, right? So we shall see how this all plays out in the near future, okay? In a very, very near future, because Iraq is about to be fully liberated within these next 8 weeks. We're going to have Iraq fully liberated, and I believe the IMF is going to announce that Alak is the governor of the central bank, and they're also going to pass the central bank law, and they're going to pass some other laws, and they're going to get down to agreeing on the oil and gas law, and they're going to go. And hopefully by 1118 they go 1-to-1, and then they give us the activation of the oil and gas law and all the things that they owe the world as well, so they can pay the world back their debt, all the money that they've been lent. Okay, so that's what we have, and I hope you guys are doing well. Let's wrap it up here with the cryptocurrencies. Oh yeah, I want to tell you guys about my dream. I told you guys on the main channel I'll talk about my dream. So really quick, this is a quick dream. I had a dream of a Miso Go. It was definitely clear a Miso Go. I saw it on a thing. OMG, Miso Go. I saw the chart of it, and it just went straight up. So you know what I mean. So I did ask. I did tell one of my prophetic friends to about it and pray about it as well for confirmation. But and we all know Miso Go has a bright future ahead of it, so there's no surprise that the chart was going up. Right now, the Miso Go is going down, right? It's slowly but surely, because people are still getting their airdrops. And airdrops means they're free of Miso Go coins, and they're selling them off. because they don't understand what they have. Okay, and to get those airdrops, you had to hold singular tokens, so or singular coins, so singular DT, what is it, DTV or something like that. You had to hold those coins, and you were getting your free Amiso Go coins. So those, according to Omar, those were still going out. So that's one of the reasons why you've seen Amiso Go not do as well as because people are selling their free coins and taking that and returning them back to Bitcoin or whatever the case may be, which is fine. Okay, but I seen the chart and I saw it go straight, it was going up. And I don't think it went straight up, but it went up and then maybe came down a little bit and then it went straight up, continue. But it was going straight up. It was going like a Vertasium style run. Like Cliff High said, we are going to see Amiso Go in the fourth quarter go make a Vertasium style run. Now Vertasium went all the way to $400, I think it was. So Amiso Go's sitting at $9. So yeah, if it's gonna run like Vertasium, then it's gonna run massively. Now you can, I guess, say if it only goes to $50, then that means that's a Neo type run and not a Vertasium. But he said Vertasium, so it must be. And if it's going to be Vertasium, that means that they're either on Coinbase or they are or they signed a massive deal with Google, or they signed some type of massive deal with some type of bank, big bank or something like that, or some type of partnership deal finally comes out in ink with McDonald's or something like that worldwide, and it's a massive, maybe massive $100 million deal or $200 million deal with Amiso Go or something like that, and the price just absolutely explodes. Okay, so that's the dream I had. Let's check out the reality. Let's go back to reality. Okay, because that was that. Some people are like, that's virtual reality. No, that's not virtual reality. That's spiritual reality, right? So that was in the spiritual realm. Everything happens in the spiritual realm before it happens in the physical realm, anyway. So let's see what's popping. Remember when we had the dream about Bitcoin going all the way up, and Bitcoin's at 4,400, no one cares. But back then it was at 500, 600. So you see, and then also we had the dream about Ethereum as well, and look where the Ethereum is at now. So back then Ethereum was at $5-10. Okay, so when we have dreams, they usually pan out. Okay, except for the Iraq. Because people want to change history and change the outcomes of Iraq. So we're not in control of Iraq. Your dreams and your prophecies, none of that matters with Iraq. That's how demonic it is. It's they change everything up so you can look like you're a false prophet or something like that. But yet you're getting everything else correct, right? So it's not you. It's Iraq and the elites making sure you don't get credit for this historic prophetic event that's going to happen with the revaluation. But they'll give you they'll let you have the Bitcoin one, and I'm forever going to go down as the guy who called Ethereum at $5 and it went to $400, and it's on YouTube. You know what I mean? I'm forever going to be the guy who called Bitcoin at $500 and it's at 4,400 plus, and it's going to go to 10,000 here very soon. I'm forever going to be the guy that joined Mike with Ripple at 0.009 and it ran all the way to freaking like 42 cents or something like that, right? So I'm forever going to be the guy who caught Litecoin at $8 and ran to $90, and then Litecoin is probably going to go even way 100 times higher than that price within the next 12 months. We're forever going to be these guys. So they're allowing us to have this history, but they don't want us to have the Iraq history. They don't want us to get Iraq correct. So it's kind of weird. Whatever. Maybe because this is decentralized and that is centralized. Okay, so let's check out this and let's get out of here. Because at 3:30, Christine Lagarde, the IMF chief, will be speaking, and she will be announcing the award winners for the City T4. And I want to make sure that I have my charts up for DigiByte, and I want to see if DigiByte wins. Maybe we see 100% gain from there, maybe 50% gain, or whatever the case may be. And if they don't win, then we either stay the same or we might see a 100% downward trend from there. So I want to make sure I have my charts up at that moment. Okay, so Bitcoin's up 2% here, looking good at 44, chilling on its way back to 5,000. And we got to remember that the hard fork or possible no hard fork is coming, and it's coming quickly because it's supposed to start on the 25th of October and then activate the Bitcoin Gold on November 1st. So at some point we're gonna figure this out, and we're gonna either have the hard fork or not. And we all are going to know about it, and the exchanges are going to put it out, their information out here within the next 2 weeks about this hard fork. And remember, if you want the Bitcoin Gold hard fork, if it does happen, you have to own Bitcoin. Okay, so everybody's going to be moving out of the alts and pouring their money into Bitcoin to make sure they have that coin at that time. You don't have to do it now. We got plenty of time, but you can see people are doing that right now because Bitcoin prices are going higher. Ethereum at 296. Ripple at 20 cents. Bitcoin Cash down here. Litecoin's down. I bought more Litecoin today on EOBot from some of my funds in the faucets and other places that I got money in. I bought more Litecoin. So I'm loading up on Litecoin, and I'm mining Litecoin on EOBot and other places. So just buying as much Litecoin as I can. I got more Litecoin than Miso even though Miso is my favorite coin out of all of them. Dash down a little bit here. If Dash goes back to about 280, that's going to be a good entry. Let's see here. NEO's at 35, just kicking butt. No surprise there for NEO. Monero's at 92. Ethereum Classic at 1250. BitConnect at 139, looking good. Miso Go at 931 and continuing and dropping. So Miso Go is almost in a range where you might want to start picking up some more here on buying the dips here. Let's see, Qtum at 11. Okay, Zcash down a little bit. Okay, so we got a mixed day today. Most of them are down, but it's still a mixed day. Look at EOS back to 65. I told you guys to hold on. I told you guys to hold on. Remember, JSON4 got in at 60, and it went all the way up to about 80 something. I said 89, I think. I said, hold on, guys. Hold on. It's going to come right back down because EOS is a 2-year project. Outwards, it's people that are buying people like JSON4 and them that were buying, they're hodling it for at least 2 years. So it's So don't rush in because the people that are actually buying it are hodling it for a long time. So So it's gonna come back down. Salt's at 684. I think Salt's gonna go to 500. Man, Salt is just it's a project that everybody loves and respects, and I think it's gonna do great things. So I'm waiting on one more. Now, if you want to buy Salt, I would wait on one more dip. But that dip might never happen, so you never know. You could have got it at 3. That was, you could have got it at $3 a couple days ago. Okay, so there's Digibyte down 7%. We're gonna watch Digibyte closely here because, of course, if they win an award, we'll probably see 3 cents today. It'll probably explode to 3 cents if they win an award. So we'll be looking at that. Vertasium's at 69. Might be a good time to pick up some Vertasium. Of course, these are not on Vertasium ain't on a major market, so it's kind of hard to say pick up some Vertasium when it's not on the major exchanges, right? It's on exchanges that many of us don't have. Okay, just coming down here. Okay, Clocoin ain't on here, is it? Nope, not yet. ADEX at 119, down a little bit. It's about to go green though. It was down 10% earlier. But NEO keeps going up, so you're gonna see this turn green here within the next 4 to 8 hours. I think it will be green because it follows NEO. So just like Verge follows Digibyte. And so let's go here. Cloakcoin, since it's not in the top 100. Okay, Cloak's down a little bit, and I do have a target for $300 for Cloakcoin, and that's for the next 12 months. That's it. And the reason why is because look at their supply. It's a privacy coin with supply. So once another some type of privacy breach happens, guess what's going to happen? Everybody's going to run to the privacy coins. So they're going to run to Monero, Dash, Cloak. Litecoin is going to be a privacy coin here in very shortly. I think they're going to be putting that. They're going to be announcing that officially here soon. That Litecoin's a privacy coin now, because they're going to be implementing that into their platform. So all these coins are going to be run to. Every time you see a breach happen, these coins are going to be up like 100%. Like everybody's going to run into these coins. So you can see that the future is going to be really bright for these type of coins. And with small amounts of supply, they're going to do very well. Okay, so I told you guys about my dream about a Miso Go, and we looked at the currencies. We looked at the Las Vegas stuff. We looked at what else? We looked at the IMFs at 3:30 p.m. Eastern Standard. We looked at the Kurdistan stuff and Iraq and Iran's army are doing joint military operations right outside the borders of Kurdistan. We talked about that. We talked about that they're going to be passing or voting on the central bank law to make the central bank independent body from the Iraq government. And we said that that's going to be a big deal because we need to see that before Alok goes to that governor's meeting, and so the IMF can grant him the real governor of the central bank and no longer the acting governor. And that will be really positive for us if we see that. That will actually tell us a sign that they're going to make a move on the dropping of the 3-0 notes. Okay, so that's it. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of the day. See you guys at 3:30. I will be watching the IMF with Christina Garden. I will have my charts up, and it is what it is. I think Mike or JP should be live at that time. So if they want to turn over to that and watch it live to see if Digibyte wins an award, fine. I will also be on there with them as well, and I'm gonna be watching that while they're on live. And if Digibyte wins an award, I'll definitely post it for everybody, and we'll see the price go up about 100%, in my opinion. If they do win an award and a cash prize. If they don't win anything, then we already know. Anyways, talk to you guys later. Eyes open. Bye.